All right, what is up, traders? Hope everybody's doing well. Today, going over 3 trades taken, 2 break evens, and 1 win. Price action wasn't the cleanest, and that is to be expected today because tomorrow is there's a lot of news. CPI and I believe even the Fed speaks tomorrow, so it is expected, and you can see that it's clear from this price action here. But I'm going to be going over how I was able to capture the win that I did, which was very nice. And it's all screen recorded, so I'm going to be going over it live. But before I do so, let me go over my bias real quick. Let me go to the 1 hour chart. Let me put this. So this was simply my bias. We had this sweep of this sell side, and then we had this push up. I believe market opened right here. Let me go to the 15-minute. Let me see. So we were here. I was bullish up until we had this sweep and then this crazy rejection and this SMT with ES, right? So I was bullish until I saw this, right? So SMT with ES, very big, noticeable SMT with ES. And then we had London lows and a lot of trailing sell side liquidity, new day opening gap here. So I was bullish until this happened upon market open. So if you go to the 1 minute chart, you'll see market opens, we push up, sweep this buy side, sweep the high here, right? All this, but ES fails to do so, right? So if we go to the 1 minute on ES, you'll see ES does sweep some buy side, but it fails to take out that high. And then we have this crazy dump. Once this happens, look how close we are to London lows on ES. So we have this low and this low, which these are London lows. And at this point, once we reach this, it's like if I'm bullish, but that's later now because now I'm short-term bearish because I want to see this swept at least on ES because we're so close. This is a triple bottom. I think we had the exact same idea a couple trades ago where this exact same thing happened where we came down very close to some major sell side. It's like, okay, I'm short-term bearish now, and then later I'll be bullish. So what happened was, so let's go over to the trades now. So this was the win, I believe. Yeah, this was the win. Let me go to, because there was 2 break-evens, right? Okay, so let me go to the first break-even, this one. So first break-even, right? Entry, macro. This sell side now in target because, again, we had that crazy drop. We retrace, right? I wanted to see a deep retrace into the 930 value gap. We don't get that. I'm like, all right, cool. If we impulse away from here, and then we have this fair value gap on ES, which we inverse. I'm going to be marking that out in a second, right? I'll enter off there and then stop loss above the high. So see that fair value gap on ES inversed with an inefficiency, right? So it's an impulse away from that fair value gap. So enter off there, very good. I'm mitigating my stop loss again, because this is this is not the easiest conditions because, as I said, there's major news tomorrow. So it's like NFP Friday. On Thursdays, it's very low probability, and you don't want to trade it. So here I'm moving to mitigating my risk to the high because we've taken out that low. And then here in a second, you'll see, yeah, I'm kind of having my cursor above the buy limit, buy order, because I'm anticipating ES to sweep the low, and then I'm going to take off some of my position because I'm in 5, right? So you see that rejection there. I hate that. I don't like that. So that's when I move to break even. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be in this. And then this hits break even, right? So that's the first break even. Second break even. So let's get rid of this now. This right here. So this one, still during the first macro, we pump up to what I initially wanted. So good thing that I mitigated my stop and I moved to break even because this would have been a loser trade. We go up and I enter based off simply the 930 value gap because I'm confident that now I'm bearish biased, and since I'm bearish biased, I want to see price push down without coming back up and taking out the high. So that's why I'm confident with entering my short simply right on that 930 value gap. And my stop loss went above this 1 minute order block right here, right? And I'll mitigate it a little bit in a bit, and I'll move it above constant encouragement of the wick, so I'll lower it a little bit lower from this. And plus, I noticed this SMT, which eventually gets broken. Go to X speed. So yeah, I'm marking out midpoint now of this wick. I'll mark it out right now. So OB, 930 value gap, take profit London lows. But again, I'm not anticipating that sweep of London lows on NQ because ES is just so much closer, and I'm looking to take profit as soon as I do that. So moving to consummate encouragement right there of that wick, and just holding through, right? Very, very confident in this trade. I was very confident in it. So I didn't matter this pump up. We tap into the order block, push back down. I was looking to scale in. You can see right there, sell to limit, order 2, but I didn't catch that sell. I was looking to scale in right here. I mark in a bit because this is an order block, right? I want to see us close below it or close below midpoint of this wick because that will show weakness. So I'm mitigating a risk here, and in a second you'll see me measure out the midpoint of this wick, and I'm like, all right, if we tap into midpoint of this wick, I'll enter short another 2, right? So consummate encouragement again of this wick. I want to see us close below the order block, so it's a breaker. And then, so I'm kind of measuring out what I want to see happen here. We're still during macro, so no problem with scaling in, right? We close right at it, so I'm like, all right, if we come back and tap consummate encouragement, I'll enter 2. We don't, so I never really end up entering that. I do eventually, I think, put a sell limit, yeah, but then I remove it like almost instantly because I'm like, yeah, this is not right. So yeah. Here I'm like, yeah, not doing that, and I'm moving to break even. I'm like, if it's gonna hit my TP, we should start to roll down now here from here. Again, you can see here I'm looking to take off some of my position here. I'm in 3 now because my stop loss was a little bit higher, I think. So yeah, mitigated stop loss there. See, if this was proper trading conditions, price shouldn't come back up here. But because we were kind of in a rangy area, still not swept on ES, because of the major news tomorrow again. That's why I'm mitigating my stop loss, mitigating my risk almost immediately, because price action just generally is not the cleanest. Again, right there, not the cleanest price action. So that's why I'm like, yeah, no thank you. And this is a break even again. And these 2 trades are both during the first AM macro. So that's that. And then now the beautiful win, which paid off during the second macro, right? So this is very nice. So we have this order block, SMT, with ES, still that bias lower, which wasn't swept on ES still, so still have that bias lower. Let's go on to X speed here, and then start that. So entry was, I wanted to see us close below this order block, but look at ES, we've already done that on ES, right? So let's say hypothetically I was trading ES, I would be looking to trade this, enter this, right? So that's why you'll see me here enter immediately on NQ. Boom. Why did I do that? Why didn't I wait for a close below this order block again? Because NQ already did so, right? So you can see that, or you can view that as a form of an SMT kind of, right? Makes sense. So you'll see me here enter and then stop loss right there above the high, right there above that wick, and then same take profit at London lows. I don't take that full take profit because I close my full position right as we sweep on ES, and I knew that was going to happen because ES was just so much weaker. So yeah, I'm marking out that order block on ES, showing how it closed below it, and then on that retracement I would have entered, so we'll do the same thing on NQ. And I wasn't really waiting for this fair value gap to be filled because this was a breakaway gap. This is the first fair value gap after all this consolidation, so that's why I wasn't even waiting for that perfect entry, right? But it did tap into it, which is still fine. And you'll see me here. Initially, I closed, I think it was, I'm in 5, and I closed, I think, 3, and I was leaving, I want to leave 2 to run, but then I was like, nah, I'll just cash out fully. Price action isn't the best, and you'll see me how I cashed out fully. So move to break even because ES swept some sell side. Again, the reason I'm moving to break even here, before we broke this here, ES swept some liquidity, right? Look at this, sweep rejection, like we're in a range of price action, so price could still very much come back up and stop me out, right? So that's why I'm mitigating risk, because the conditions are not the easiest right now, right? Right there, exactly. So here, hovering above the buy, I'm looking to close 3, and I close 3 as soon as we sweep on London lows, boom, and then you'll see me here in like 2 seconds close out fully because I'm like, yeah, whatever, fuck this. I'm not gonna leave for full TP. So yeah, close out right any second now. And come on now. Yeah, right there. Right, I closed there. I'm like, yeah, I'm good, thank you. Right. So that's going to be it. Not the easiest price action. I've seen a lot of people lose today, and it's understandable. I can see how they lost. I mean, for myself, if I didn't mitigate stop loss, and if I didn't understand that today was just that harder of price action and that lower probability, I would have been stopped out twice. Or, yeah, twice. Or once. No, actually once. That second one, I never really reached my stop loss, the second one. So I would have been safe. But the first one, I would have been a loser for sure. But yeah, it's just understanding that these lower probability days, you gotta treat the market a little bit differently, right? Be more aggressive with your risk in terms of reducing your risk and trailing your stop losses earlier. Because on these days, I mean, look at these choppy price action days. When you have major news like CPI tomorrow, you gotta kind of adapt to the price action, right? So yeah, that's going to be it. Hope you guys found this insightful. If you want more pre and post session analysis just like this, I post my analysis on NASDAQ for free in my Discord. So if you want to, and that's pre-session every single day. So if you want to join my Discord, link for that is in the description. Also, I do have my private one-on-one mentorship. So if you're interested in that, feel free to book your free discovery call. Link for that is also in the description. You'll have a call with me. We'll discuss it out. And then also I do have my free mentorship in terms of the videos here on YouTube posted for in a playlist for free. So if you want to tune in and watch that, feel free to do so. All right. Until next time, guys, stay safe and happy trading.